Everything goes back down when somebody's asking questions. But people
Save your shoulders. League of Legends is real, you get these, you'll get sentences class. So like, I am here, death is waiting for you. I am coming to destroy you. You will not survive. So you're just like, this is so bizarre. Because you don't know why you're saying it. Someone says something, you're like, I am the best. Your face is applesauce. It's like, so you'll go context for anything, and you literally just go down the line. It's almost harder for a director because they all sound so much the same that they try and direct you and you're like, you know, death wings are all up in your grill. And you're like, could you say it more mean? Death wings are all up in your grill.
Just like the applesauce line.
Yeah, right. Because they all kind of sound the same, so they start to run together. And you try to make it a little bit different when you can, but it's a tall order. RPGs are really a lot easier because it's more of a story. The dialogue tends to be more natural-ish. I mean, in Skyrim, every line you say has like 4 words you've never heard of before. Like, the Red Guard are going to the Flagaplu.
Unless you play Skyrim and it's all very familiar to you when you go into recording session.
No.
I agree with him. RPGs, I kind of prefer recording because it's less vocal strain. You know, fighting games, you know when you're going in for a fighting recording session that you're going to come away with like hamburger throat. It just feels like raw. Yeah, raw hamburger throat. That's what I thought. Because it feels like a chunk in your throat because you just screamed your guts out. I know, it's disgusting. And role-playing games, you know, are more dialogue-based and you get to do more like acting in them and everything. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
We're actors. Whoa. Like they're like sensing the answer and everything shoots out. Put it down. We're not done yet. I until the end of that. Okay, next question.
You chose the last person.
Yeah, I want the...
No, I'm choosing. It's my turn. You chose Elizabeth.
Oh. Okay. Very nice, Elizabeth.
I choose, whatever that stuffed animal is, the white stuffed animal. Is that a long?
Mama does.
I think the alpaca.
Okay.
Hold it to me, please. Yeah.
All the time.
Embarrassed?
Yeah, I know.
Do you feel embarrassed?
No, it's not embarrassed, but you're like, oh my god.
Oh, well, certain things, yeah.
Spinning bird kick!
But sometimes it feels really awesome, like in Saints Row.
I feel super cool when I play that game, because there's no way that I could actually kick through somebody's windshield and knock them out of the car, and then drive over them and then get back out and steal their money. But I can...
That's true.
I don't think you steal money in Saints Row.
Street Fighter is one of the hard ones because you're saying, you know, like somewhat iconic lines like Sonic Boom, and they had you say it once, and that was it. You're like, oh wait, can I do it again? My God, it's kind of an important line, but you know, somebody in the battle is going to make that happen behind you. So you're like, Sonic Boom, Sonic Boom, Sonic. Oh my God, it sounds terrible. And then the worst is the dying at the end because when you win in Street Fighter, the person that's losing is doing that like slow motion flyback thing. And they're like, okay, so we need your death excerpt, but it needs to be like 4 seconds long. Like, nobody dies for 4 seconds. So you're usually just like, Gah! Like, now we need 4 seconds. You're like, so like, if there was video of that, that would be priceless. You see everybody going, that's always fun. Death by fire or death by electrocution is always fun to hear in the game. Because you just sound like a madman. Like a fool.
Fire blows your voice out. Electrocution, everybody's got their own method for being electrocuted. See, that's Although most games now, like if
you're dying in like Last of Us by being electrocuted, they don't want to hear. They want to hear like.
And they're like, it's just awful.
And Kodaja, whenever she had her like, I always held on.
Nice. Did you ever
But
do
that
too
hurts
hard?
your throat after a while. It's better than
It gets a little sensitive. But
Yeah, I know, right? What a dumb.
you live and learn.
Oh.
No. Easy.
Oh, I guess. Next question.
It's your turn.
Oh, is it me? The giant thing right here.
Okay, so I've kind of gotten what I think is another actor that performance capture is a relative task and
No,
I
it's
just
totally
love
worth
performance
it.
capture.
Yeah, there's two types of animation in games where they're trying for realism. There's either performance capture, where they capture all the data on the person, whether it's the body, or the facial movements,
Or
or
everything at once.
all three.
Including
Or
movements.
they do hand key animation, which means that they're literally one frame at a time having to move the person through the scene. And it always looks a little bit more stilted, it always looks a little less natural, and it just doesn't have that realism that performance capture gives. So with the technology that they have now, we're really getting to see really nuanced, really subtle, very impactful performances, and it's letting actors really go for it, doing it in a way that some of the actors aren't even used to. You get people that haven't done performance capture before, they're like, oh, this is just kind of big and vague in general, and a lot of the times the people that have done it before are like, no, treat it like film, like really go for it in the scene, don't hold back. 'Cause it'll
You
get
can't treat
everything.
it too much like film, because some people come over from film, and on camera, there's a really subtle way of acting that's like all through your eyes. So a lot of actors look, when you're just staring at them and you don't see them on film, they look like they're almost dead in the face, like they're doing nothing. But when you get it on camera, it's like their eyes are so live, there's these emotional, amazing performances. But on motion capture, performance capture, you don't capture the eyes, so the face has to be doing something a little bit more. So it's an in-between between film acting and theater acting. And when you're on the stage, most things aren't there. You're imagining everything around you, so you have to have that grand imagination.
Shared imagination.
Yeah.
The one thing they're doing for facial capture now, if you can think about, if you've ever seen a picture of the muscles in the human face, they try to either put a black dot or a small BB size reflective marker on certain parts of your face, and then sometimes those dots or BBs can number 89 all over your face, and they're trying to get every little muscle or tendon to cause your face to move or create an expression. So when the net moves, that part of the face moves digitally as well. So every tiny little smirk or a blink or when you raise your eyebrow or whatever, that's what they're trying to capture, so that it's not just that, like, they starts talking and doing this, and maybe the eyebrows go up or whatever, they catch every little thing.
It's a really long process when they're figuring out where all those dots go. Because it's just hours of them telling you, okay, raise your eyebrows, lower your eyebrows. Raise your eyebrows, lower your eyebrows. Okay,
One
now,
eyebrow?
start your mouth up, bring it down, bring it up, bring it down. They have to find where every muscle moves so they can find your marker placement as opposed to his marker placement. It's crazy.
Cool, you look like Hellraiser coming out. Next question.
Oh, it's my turn. I see a book, a blue book. Yes, yeah. Is that Zelda?
Yes. I remember.
Awesome.
Do you have any tips or tricks for when you're doing strenuous lines or voices?
Tips or tricks for when we're doing strenuous voices? Like things to preserve your voice, sort of thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, there are a lot of different methods.
There's a lot of different methods. One of mine that I usually do is I'll have kind of room temperature water as opposed to cold water in the booth. Cold water here is dandy.
I love
water's
cold water.
dandy.
I love cold
But in
water.
the booth, I feel like if it's like strenuous sort of stuff, then warm water is a little bit better because it keeps your vocal cords warm as you're doing it. Doesn't let them cool down. Because I feel like once mine cool down, then it hurts more when I have to get back into it. Like if I take a break after doing hours of doing Trump's battle lines, to get back in after that 5-minute break is just the worst thing ever. It feels like my throat's gonna fall out. But I usually take a sip in between every single line. I find that helps, and I put like honey in my water, that helps too.
I was trying to look at the thing that Fred has. There's this Chinese, like, duck sauce elixir that's made of baby kittens. And it is the thickest, goopiest.
Super thick. It's like the medicine in Mary Poppins.
But yeah, and it has like some kind of menthol taste, and we don't really know what it's made of, but if your throat is on fire and it's falling apart,
It's super soothing.
yeah, it actually works.
And Fred Tatasciore, I mean, he plays the Hulk. He does like monster voices like no other person, and he tears his voice up every single day. So he has to find a really, you know, true way to keep it intact.
I learned it.
Next question. Do I get to pick again because you're looking?
Yeah, do it.
I like the blue Pfizer thingy. Yeah.
Do you ever catch yourself when playing video games? Do you ever catch yourself like trying to people better?
Yes. Good question. Yeah, totally. Like, well, we do takes, right? So sometimes it's one, like on take wonder, or maybe do two, or maybe we'll do 12, right? And sometimes you'll have loved what you did on the third, or the sixth, or the seventh take, and they want something different, and you try and copy it, but it doesn't happen quite right. So whatever happens in the game, or ends up in the game, it might not be your favorite take. You're like, no! You're silently in there, like, repeating everything you say, doing it better, you know? You know, there's Laura upstairs going, are you talking to yourself? Maybe. Yeah, it happens. We judge ourselves a lot. Look at all these people doing. Jess Lambert. What's up? Kevin Gomez. Woo! This is good. Derek Franklin. These are the most meekest, like, yell outs. I want to hear someone go, like, bonkers. Jay. Derry E. Woo! Molly. Jory Teshima. Woo! Pipes of
These are all
Awakening.
people that tweeted while we're in here?
Amy Pond.
You guys are awesome. Yeah.
On to you again. Okay, that's cool. Sorry.
All right.
Thanks for making my cry vibrate. Inappropriate? Inappropriate. Inappropriate. Yes, ma'am.
Isn't that so weird? Why does that happen?
The battle royale at our house every night. Like when I come home, she's like in the living room with like a big sigh and a katana. I come in and grab the bow staff. We throw it out. What are you doing?
I think on your shirt. Yeah, it's really strange. I don't understand why we're always like enemies and things that we do.
Yeah, why are you always making out with Troy Baker? It's so great. It's so great. Can I tell the story? Can I tell the story? So on Infamous, second son, right? We're all doing performance capture, so we've got the stupid suits covered in reflective balls.
Spandex, terrible, unflattering.
This big helmet cage. It's like a helmet with these huge, large metal arms with 4 cameras on them that are sticking in your face. So when you have to kiss or make out with someone, you obviously, if cameras are sticking out this far in your face, you're like,
So, the first time you film it, you have to pretend that you're kissing them instead of actually, because so they can get all the body capture. So you're like, and then they take your helmet off, they take the antlers off, and you actually have to like.
and the best part was that it was Troy and Laura, who were like brother and sister, obviously, because Troy's one of my best friends, and they were so uncomfortable about it. So I would run.
And Travis is on set that day.
I would run on stage and jump out from behind the curtain and go. So I'd be like, stop! Then we get all into it, jump back out and go. Maybe some other things, but we won't.
Yes.
Next question. You picked 2 in a row. Yes. Funk Master Flex. Okay. The M16 in the air.